Hi, welcome back channel, FIFA Mobile. Alright, do not try using Cantona for this 111 OVR prime icon exchange. It doesn't work. So I'm going to share you generally, that's what I'm trying to do, is to explore opportunity given to the fact that this 111 prime icon apparently costs a lot in the market, so there's opportunity to make a profit. That's what I thought, because a prime icon 111 would easily get you near to 100 million, whereas the cost of two Cantonas is just 46 million, so there'll be a good profit, about probably 50 million or so. That's what I thought initially based on the research I've done through for all the exchanges in this UCL. So what I did, I went ahead to purchase two Cantonals because they are both or actually he is an icon player, so that is a requirement apparently. If you take a look at the exchange itself, then I realized that it is not as what I thought it should be. Apparently there are indeed icon players that works, but not Cantona. But if you have purchased those and put in an exchange, you are not making a profit after all. So if you take a look at here, it's not clear as to what is the requirement, because to me, I'll read it as 110 icons player, and Cantona is indeed a icons player. So given that, they should have fulfilled the requirement, but unfortunately not. It doesn't say that it is an icon player in the UCL, because they only recognize icon player that came out from the UCL itself. Okay, so just to be clear here, this 111 OVR exchange does not accept Cantona, and there's no way you can make 50 million profit by just using the exchange alone. So that being said, I'm trying to explore opportunities for the other exchanges as well, all the way from the 103 OVR to the 112 prime icon OVR exchanges. So I'm trying to explore the opportunity to see by calculating the cost itself. So just back to the Cantona itself, this is the process which I'm trying to get rid of Cantona that I've purchased, because while the market is still alright. So probably through the buy and sell, I bought it for 23 million. I'm going to sell it for 24.3 million since the price has went up a bit. But that's it. Because of the tax of 10%, I'll probably be losing about a million for each Cantona. So in total, this experiment would cost me 2 million. So that's really quite sad. So if you take a look at the other exchanges, even if you exchange 103 out of it, they do mention here there's no guarantee of you getting the 105 as shown, and that's guaranteed you can't get for sure, because that's EA. So you'll be most likely getting a 103. So 103 is only worth a million. If just imagine this, you do not have any of the 101 or 100 OVR UCL players, and you're going to get it from market. You get 8 numbers of that, and that would easily cost you maybe 4.5 million. And in exchange, when you sell that 103 OVR player that you can claim from the exchange, is just worth 1 million, and after tax 900,000. So you're making a big loss if you do this exchange. So who will in the right mind do with all these exchanges, be it the 106 likewise, is only the fact that there are players that have a lot of the UCL players that are unauctionable. So they are trying their best to convert unauctionable UCL players by throwing them into the exchange to convert to an auctionable UCL players. So generally, that's what EA thought player or free-to-play or even pay-to-win player wanted, but that's not true. Apparently, people is complaining the fact that the TOTY event was so poorly done, in a sense you can't sell the players because the market is saturated, and they thought the solution would be to come up with 2 sets of players. One is auctionable and one is not, so that you can throw the unauctionable players into the exchange for an auctionable player. And I think that's awfully dumb. Right, so if you take a look at even the 108 itself, again they require the 106 OVR players, but how much is a 108 player worth? So you just take a look at the market, roughly about 14 million. So imagine if indeed you get a 108 out of it and you sell it for 14 million after tax, you'll be just getting about 13 million. But how much is it worth or cost to put in the players? You can imagine the amount is 2 over or 2.5 million in total. So that's not making a profit at all. So there's no way you can buy it from the market and then fit into the exchange 8 numbers of it. So 2.5 million, and you just get 8 numbers. That would be easily, I mean, if just 2 million, 8 numbers is already 16, and then if you get 8 numbers for another half a million, that's another 4. That would be 20 million, and you're making a big profit. No, big loss to me. So then even I move on further to explore the other exchanges, I'm going to have the same results, which is there's no way you can make a profit off the exchange. You can't buy players from the market to fit into any of these exchanges. Even the 109 is not going to worth it at all. So I've really went through with you the 110 OVR player, which I thought I could use Cantona to fit in, which is 110, and then exchange for the 111 OVR prime icon. That is possible to make a profit if you are able to sell that 111 prime icon for about let's say 100 million. After tax, that would be 90 million. But if you put in 2 numbers of the 110 icon players that you bought, probably I will say for assuming 80 million or so, then you're making a 10 million. But again, would you be able to buy a player that's 40 million of a 110 icons player? It all depends on luck. But again, looking at the market itself, there isn't such a player right now. They can buy it for 40 million. So again, there's no way you can make a profit unless you're really lucky. For out of nowhere, you get a 110 and then for free, and then you buy another one. Then probably in that context, you may be making a bit of coins from there. So in just what I'm trying to say is that these exchanges not worth it. Why would people want to do it? I just want to emphasize again, when people have too many of those UCL players, they do not know what to do because they can't auction it, then they are trying to have that. But definitely there's a better option in using these players. So I always want to mention the importance of searching through the cost, or the so-called how much people are willing to pay for players. So if you look at the hero's journey itself, there are opportunities for you to use these players in the hero's journeys. If you have not claimed any of those players, which they require a good number of, let's say, Premier League or Serie A, whatever league they require for a specific player, you can actually put in these players, the UCL players that can't be auctioned anyway, and then eventually they fulfill that requirement, and you can exchange from the hero's journey a good player that easily right now of 110 OVR, you can sell it for 15 million or so. So that would be one possibility for you to make good money, rather than throwing all your UCL players that is unauctionable into these exchanges. And even you're thinking of making profit by buying players, I'm trying to prove to you that it is not workable. Okay, so just going to make sure, do not try any of these exchanges, and do not put in your unauctionable players into them. So these are the 110 OVR icons player that EA is looking for you to dump into the 111 prime icons. So just make sure you got to check out the price of all these 110 icon players. So these are the icon players that they're saying, and that's not Cantona. They cannot find any Cantona in it. So apparently these are the 110. I'm going to check out in the transfer watch list for the cost of this 110 players, and whether indeed they're available in the market right now. So one more time, you check out this when you talk about 2 numbers of those 110. Those are the players that you need in order to fulfill that requirement. And of course, for a 112 prime icon, you need 3 numbers of the 111 OVR prime icon. All right. So again, going back to the market, let me just check out my watch list so you can take a look. This how expensive it is for this 110 prime icon they're talking about, and definitely not Cantona, not Kaka. All right, so if you take a look at the 110 players, they are indeed 30 over million. players here. So if you are able to get these players and you're going to throw it into the exchange to exchange for the 111 OVR, and you can sell it for 100 million, then probably you'll be making about 20 million. But looking at the numbers, people are already waiting in the queue. There's no way you can buy these players for share at 30 over million, and eventually you can sell them for 100 million like this. It is no way, because already people are already queuing for orders. If you want to be joining the queue, go ahead and join. Eventually, if you're lucky, you can get about 30, assuming a 35 million, and times 2, you'll be spending a total of 70 million. And then if you're lucky to get a good 111 OVR icon player, and then you put them to the market and you sell it for 100 million, and you're getting back 90 million because after tax, and 90 minus 70, you're making a good 20 million. Alright, so with that, wish you good luck in getting the 110 icon player, but Cantona is not the one. Alright, thank you for watching. Do like and subscribe. Goodbye.